Hello and welcome back to Espresso Coffee Shop. Today we're very excited to present not one but two new models, the new Mozzafiatofast and the new giottofast. Come with us and discover all the news about these machines. Now, first and foremost, we state that the Mozzafiato and the Giotto both will come still in the V version and in the R. As many of you know, V stands for the vibration pump version, which is currently the two versions that we have here. And there's gonna also be the R version with the rotary pump. So in terms of lineup, it remains basically unchanged. What does change is one feature specifically, which is in the name of both of the machines, the name fast. It's called fast because there's a new fast heating up system. And basically it works like this. You have a new heating element which is actually inside the group and will help the machine to heat up in a much quicker fashion. So instead of taking around the classic 20 minutes for the machine to be ready, this one will be ready in 10 minutes, so more or less half of the time that it usually takes. The fundamental thing to point out is that whether it's 110 or 212 volts, it will heat up in less than 15 minutes, which is actually a considerable advantage compared to the previous versions. Another thing to point out is that this heating element or cartridge will work only during the waking up of the machine, in order for the machine to wake up as quick as possible. Once the machine reaches its normal temperature, it will work as a normal machine with the heating element turned off and with the other heating elements inside the boilers turned on. Now, another new feature of these machines is the screen, of course. Instead of being only a timer, like it used to be before, it carries out multiple different functions. Of course, the shot timer as you start and finish your shot. It's gonna also be now the PID control, well, partially at least, because the screen is going to indicate you the temperature, but the configuration will be done through these three buttons down here, which are most of the times hidden by the drip tray. It also comes with some additional features. For instance, you are going to be able to configure, for instance, the degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius in here. You're going to be able to switch on or off the eco mode. You're going to also be able to configure it in the R versions, whether you want the machines to be plumbed in your water supply or if to be used with the tank. So all these features were moved, of course, in here, which is, of course, a big advantage for the user experience. Now, one last feature that we should mention in the new screen is the information that it's going to give to you. For instance, when the machine is going to heat up, it's going to tell you with a small snowflake and an arrow up to indicate you that the coffee machine is heating up. One last feature that is going to indicate is, for instance, when you run out of water. It's going to indicate with a small drop that you need to, of course, put some water inside the water tank. Of course, the most notable feature of the new Mozzafiato and the new Giotto is the design. Rocket has invested a lot in creating a new evolution of the already iconic design that these machines had in the previous generation. And to use it, once again, as they did for the TCA Appartamento machine, they used the pencil of Valerio Cometti from V12. And I think Valerio did a wonderful job in reinterpreting and modernizing a design that was almost 20 years old and that became at the same time very iconic, especially if I have to say in this Giotto version, which with these new side panels really is a real evolution compared to what it used to be before. Of course, the group is very familiar. It's still an E61 group, but with the design which we've already seen in the Appartamento TCA. The new design has brought also a change in size. Now the machine is 1 centimeter wider than what it used to be before, and the drip tray, which is also new in design with this new shape, is 2 centimeters deeper as well. So you have a larger area of work, which of course, improves the synergy in your kitchen when you use this machine. Now, we've told you everything you need to know from the outside, but what about the inside? Well, in the inside, the formula really does not change. It's still the 1.8 liter heat exchanger boiler in copper, so there hasn't been much news there. One thing that has changed in the inside is the power of the machine. Now, before we had a machine with 1350 watts. Now the machine is at 1550 watts. So a more powerful unit, which in general is designed to elevate the coffee experience even more. Another thing that did change inside is the new tank reserve sensor, because now it will allow you to finish your shot that you're pulling even though the machine is without water. In the previous version, if you remember, you always had the machine interrupting your shot because the sensor would feel that it was without water. Here it's going to at least allow you to finish that shot that you're pulling, and then you can add water. So there it is. This was a short presentation of the Mozzafiato and the Giottofast. These are new machines that are designed to elevate even more the experience, and as you've seen in the main features, they promise to deliver that fully.